My name is Roger Tench. I'm married to Kathy Henderson Tench, and I have been coming to Real Life Church for almost 3 years now. I wanted to share my testimony with all of you with the hope that it might mean something to someone out there that might be searching for answers. I think everyone is born with a desire to know what life is about and why we are here on this planet. After graduating high school in 1968, I went to college for a year, and the Vietnam War was going on. So a friend of mine, Wiley Malone, and I decided to join the military together. Since my dad was a sailor during World War II, I decided to follow in his footsteps and join the Navy. Wiley was okay with that, so we joined on the buddy plan. We both went to boot camp together, and needless to say, that was the last time I saw him until we got out of the Navy 4 years later. So much for the buddy plan. He went to Newfoundland, and I went to Morocco, Africa. 2 years later, I was assigned to a submarine tender located off the coast of Italy. Well, to make a long story short, when we got out of the Navy in August of 1973, Wiley and I decided to take a cross-country trip to see California and everything in between. We got as far as Las Vegas and we run out of money, so we headed back home with just enough money for gas and a hamburger each day. When I took Wiley home, we ate breakfast with his mom and dad, and as the conversation turned to religion, Wiley's dad, who was a deacon in his church, simply asked me, "Roger, are you a Christian?" Well, I started thinking to myself, I have attended church most of my life, and I've attended Sunday school and all the things that Christians do. But I really didn't understand what he was asking. He clarified it by asking me, "Do you have a relationship with Jesus Christ?" I told him that no, I do not. I had read in the Bible where Jesus said, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I'll come in." My heart felt like it was beating out of my chest, and I finally knew the answer to that question about what life is all about. We got down on our knees right there in the kitchen, and I asked Jesus to come into my life. I finally felt complete, and the very next week I joined my local church and was baptized a week later. That was in August of 1973, and I've tried to live for Jesus ever since. Some of you may know that I lost my wife to breast cancer in 2018, and it was probably the hardest thing I've ever dealt with in my life. But I feel blessed to have spent the majority of my life with her. She was a strong Christian woman, and we had a wonderful life together. A couple of years after Renee died, I began talking with our mutual friend, Kathy Henderson. Her husband, Bill, had died from a brain tumor 1 month after Renee had died, and we both understood what the other was going through. One thing led to another, and Kathy and I got married in 2020. I think we both feel blessed to have been given another chance at life. I love her dearly, and we look forward to traveling and spending the rest of our lives together. God is so good. Thank you for listening.